Good morning. I have a squish face. I just woke up. It's like 3:15. This is a reflection on lesson 314 in A Course in Miracles. It says, I seek a future different from the past. I seek a future different from the past. Hold on. I should have gotten settled before I started the video. As you can tell, it's like I'm even doing laundry at 3:15 in the morning. If you can hear it, sorry for the noise. So I was sitting here thinking, and it cracked me up so bad it just started my day off right. Because it's a long week. Physically exhausting week. So I'm sitting here and I started to think about all the things that, like, phrases you say that might be the way somebody said something in a TV show, or like a character in a TV show had their little thing that they do. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm just a walking machine of TV show repeats. And I so love when other people do it. This is not related to the lesson, but I just had to share it with you because I think it's gonna get me through today. So there's one that I was thinking of, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I never really watched the whole show. It's like whenever I hear that, it's like cat doing cat things that he shouldn't be doing. So he always would go, pretty, 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 pretty good. Like, so whenever like to say pretty good comes in mind, I always say it in the voice and in the way Larry David said it. Just when you just can't help yourself, like pretty. And so I've heard other people do that, and I just it's like an inside joke that you have, even if you don't know someone. And then there was another one. Did you ever watch The Wire, where the police, like the head police chief, maybe he was a chief, he would always say shit, but he would elongate it. Like, he would always go, shit. And the one time I saw a meme that somebody made of him, and they elongated it a ridiculous amount. And I just died laughing. So whenever I see or hear something and you just want to go, shit, I just say it forever, shit. And then another one I was thinking of was from the Hamilton soundtrack. Anytime somebody says something about take a break, I always go, take a break. Like in the song, you have to know these things to appreciate them. And one time, I think I was thinking about it because I'm going back to Costa Rica in January, I think. And I might have a teacher I'm going to TA for who I had as a student, and I haven't seen her since then. And she would always go on breaks every day. There's a break, right? So during class, and she taught anatomy. And she one day was telling us to take a break. And then immediately after she said take a break, she goes, take a break. And I went, I love you, in my head. And I had to go up to her and be like, I know, I see what you did there. And then she started laughing. So there was an inside joke. This has nothing to do with the lesson, but do you have any of those where it's from a TV show and you just can't help but say it the way they said it in the musical, in the TV show, in the movie, whatever it is? There's just so many. That's why I think, like, back to, I'm always saying this on here, I never have an original thought. It's so true. I just repeat. I'm just like a parrot, a repeater. So maybe it has something to do with this lesson. I seek a future different from the past. So this lesson, it says that the future is just an extension of the present. And it feels like the past few lessons have been about seeing things as we are, not as the world is, but we see the world as we are, judgments and all the inner whatever that's going on. And it's like, and it's really our past that colors the way we see things. So I feel like the past few lessons have been about seeing the past for what it is. It's just a projection into the present moment. And then this lesson coming in and saying, well, the future is just an extension of the present. So it's like, if we can now see things as they really are, not as we are, or at least recognize that's what's happening, we don't have to perpetuate that into the future by the fact that we keep doing it in the present. The future is an extension of the present. So it's like bringing a stop to that cycle of projection will help us not keep repeating old patterns into the future. So that's from a logical perspective. I figured that was why this lesson shows up when it does. So it's like, well, what's that supposed to do for me? Like, what am I supposed to, how do I practice that? This idea that the future is an extension of the present. To me, it's still very practical. Like, it helps me realize, not even realize, because we know this intuitively and we know it just practically, that the choices I make now, the little actions I take today, create my life going forward. It creates this place called a future, because all we have is now, and actions we take now, that's all we have. It's all we can do is act in the now. Yeah, you were probably doing bad things, weren't you? Were you? Come here. He has been ridiculous today. He's been a little baby. See? Like, he's the best and worst. Oh, he just can't help himself from, he's like so needy and so destructive. He's destroyed everything we love. Except for our love. So that's what this made me think of, is like, well, if I'm trying to change a habit or something, then it's like, don't get hung up on the future, not like I'm not there yet. The whole I'm not there yet feeling of like whatever habit I'm trying to break or change or some future I'm trying to bring about. Because another intuitive knowing is like, by feeling like I'm not there, that feeling of like, keeps me separate from getting there, because it's the feeling in the now that creates my actions, and in the light that I do those actions. So I want to do them in positivity and hopefulness, and just like, yay, versus like, oh, I'm not there yet, because the contracted state keeps me contracted, and it keeps me not doing the things I want to be doing. So again, this felt like a very practical lesson. Like, the future actually is now, because it's an extension of the now, and what we do now creates the future. Even if you think about, like, I can't predict the future. Like, if it's something like I'm trying to figure out what I even want in life and I don't even know, I'm not even talking about habits. Like, oh, I want to stop doing this, or I want to start doing this, or whatever, or I want to learn this thing. To me, it's like, well, I don't know what I want in life. Let's say I don't know what the ultimate expression of my life could be, but I do know what is most interesting to me right now to do, and I'm gonna do it. And when I really started tapping into that idea and really trusting it, I think for me it was a matter of trust, that like, that's all there is to do, is not get hung up on what should I be doing, because then it's like too many possibilities, too wide open. It's like the blank page. It's like, I can't start, I'm frozen. But if I say, what do I just want to do right now, that's the most interesting thing, and I do it, that's like opening a door to a room where I'm like, oh, like I've used that analogy so many times, it still works for me, where I'm like, I could have never predicted what was in this room, let alone what other doors to other rooms there are. I have no idea. what the rest of this map looks like. All I know is like where the next step takes me. And even then, by exploring that step, that room, for a little while, I learn a lot in the process about me and what I want to do next and what the next most important thing is, or interesting thing, or inspiring thing. And then it's like those steps appear before me in the moment, in the now. The future is always created now. Because that there is no future. Spoiler alert. So that's all this lesson meant to me, and pretty practical and stuff I've already realized. Now maybe there's other stuff to it, but that's all I got, other than those fun things that make me happy from TV shows. So if you have any, let me know. I'm sure we've all seen similar things. I'm trying to think if there are any others. If I had watched Friends, I'm sure Friends has a gazillion of them. Oh yeah, there's definitely one, because when I said take a break, I was like Ross being like, we were on a break. That one I kind of remember. Okay, well anyway, have a great day.